What's up, everybody? My name is JT, founder of Find Your Edge Trading, and today we're going to go over something that you probably have not heard about. Now, when you guys first started getting into trading, or maybe you're just getting started, you might have heard something about the fact that market psychology is a major component of trading in the stock market. Now you might say to yourself, well, what does that mean for me? And how can I take advantage of that? Well, the great thing about that is that I, myself, have discovered a unique way to discover the psychology of the way that people are thinking about a particular stock or an instrument, and how you can possibly take advantage of that in a trade. Now, some of you may say, well, how is that possible? It's very much possible. And I will now discuss to you this theory and practice, and we will look at a few charts to go over exactly what I'm talking about. Without further ado, let's get started. So, let's say that you are looking at an intraday chart here, and we're looking at the NASDAQ. And let's pull up a 15-minute chart of the NASDAQ. All right. Now, this is when the market opens right here at 9:30. And I want you to notice something. You notice how this candle right here is completely engulfing this prior candle, right? And I want you to also notice that this candle right here is also completely engulfing this candle. Now, some of you might say, well, what does that mean? Well, this is what it means to me. And this is how I understand market psychology, and how you can use this tool to figure out how people are feeling about a particular stock, and how you can take advantage of that as a trader. All right? So let's take a look at this. I want you to notice that right here in this candle, that we are closing below, as the bottom of this candle is where it closes. We are closing below the prior candle's low. Now, when this happens, this means that everybody that purchased this particular issue in this candle is now losing money, and they are in pain. All right? Meaning that they now have pressure on them. They have fear of losing money, and they're going to want to do what? Get out. And as you can see, the market pushes lower here in a big way. Now, vice versa. Look at this candle right here. Do you notice how we are closing above the prior candle's high? Right? That means that everybody that bought in this candle is now what? Not losing money, right? So because they're not losing money, they have no reason to sell, because they are greedy. And those that have gotten short are now what? Losing money. So they have to do what? Because they're in pain. Get out of their losing position. So I'm going to tell you something, and this is going to blow your mind. And I want you to look at this across numerous charts, across different time frames, on your own, and see what you think. But I want you to notice this, that once we get this close below right here, that as long as the next candle does not close back above the prior candle's high, you stay short. Now, you might say, well, this candle went above this high right here, right? But again, it's about the close of the candle, meaning you want to know the finality of the way that people are feeling about a particular instrument within that time frame in order to make a logical decision on the price action and the significance of that price action, and how you can read the way that people are feeling about that particular stock or whatever you're trading. So up until this point, we did not close above the prior candle's high. This point we did, meaning we're getting a what? A reversal. And you can see that from this point, doing it the opposite way, that none of these candles close below their prior candle's low. Only up until this point right here, which so happened to be the top of this move. Isn't that funny? Now some of you might say, well, that's just maybe just a little bit lucky. Is it lucky? Or is it really something that happens in the market often, each and every day? You will see multiple opportunities of this. I will show you more just as I scroll to the left. Here's one right here. Look how we close above this candle's high right here, right? And notice how none of these candles close below the prior candle's low up until here. And then it's time to get out, right? Notice how this candle right here closes above this candle's high. Notice how we do not have a single candle close below that low up until this point right here, right? Now some of you may say, well, there are some where you see them close below, but then you have to use other things, right? You have to use other factors like prior support, resistances, to make sure that you're not missing a possible support or resistance where we may bump our heads right away. And these are things that we teach in Find Your Edge trading. We actually go way further in depth than this, not just support and resistance. We go over many different techniques that nobody talks about. Nobody. And I promise you that because we can show you that. And our students are learning each and every day this new methodology and are becoming successful from it. Again, another example right here. Closing above prior high right here. Look how we do not close back below that low at any point. Only up until here. And notice how that is the high of this move. Crazy, right? 15-minute chart. Let's look at the daily chart. Let's check out a daily chart. I'm going to pull up a stock for you. Moderna. Let's go back to COVID and kind of judge how this worked during COVID. This candle right here closes above the prior candle's high. See this right here? The close of this candle was 232.79. The high of this candle was 231.86, so a close above. Notice that we do not close back below a prior day's candle. Let's see, right here, the close of this candle was 328.50. The low of this candle was 329.15. So right here was the first time we closed below that low. Now guys, how big of a move was that from here all the way to there? A 41% move in a stock. That's just using one methodology. Crazy, right? Let's look again. Closing above right here again. From here, we do not close below up until this point, right? And maybe when we got this little candle up here, you might have said, well, if we open below here, maybe I might just get out. But just look at this move. From here all the way up to, let's say, the bottom of that, that's another 30%. Let's say you got out here, 27%. Even if you got out all the way down to here, it's still a 10% move in just a couple weeks. Crazy, right? Is he seriously pointing this out? You go look for yourself. Try it out. Multiple time frames. Let's look at something like, let's say, I don't know, futures for ES, right? Let's look at that. Look at how right here, this candle right here closes below this low. Look how we continue to trade down. Do not close above a prior candle's high up until this point right here. Look how many points that is. And we're looking at a 3-minute chart. From this close below all the way down to there is 11 points, 11.5 points, or 0.3%. And we're talking about in a matter of less than an hour. That's a great trade. Anybody would love to take that trade in futures, right? Look at this. Closes above. We move all the way up to here. Stopped out there. Still a winning trade. Closes above. All the way up to here. Still a winning trade. Look at this move. Look at this move right here. We come back to a consolidation area. This close above. Look how much further we run here. Again, we stopped right here. I'm just telling you that this works for each and every time frame. And the higher the time frame, the better it works. Now you might be saying, again, he can't be serious, right? Is he serious? Well, yes, I am serious. Do you not want to be the market maker? Do you not want to know how people are feeling? Do you not want to take advantage of the way that people are feeling about a stock so that you can position yourself in a better way? You can do that. And I'll tell you, if you join us at Find Your Edge Trading, you'll get to understand how this works and how you can utilize other tools to find high probability setups that will make you consistent and bring yourself back in the right direction on the path to profitability as a trader.